Hey everyone, welcome back to Life Skills TV, your one-stop channel to learn how to live life inside life. Are you tired of your mind feeling like a radio stuck on repetitive loops and circles? Do negative thoughts and worries drown out your inner peace? Fear not. Today, we are delving deep into the world of mindfulness and exploring powerful techniques to tame the mental chatter and achieve freedom from the mind's noise. We will be uncovering why our minds get so noisy, and more importantly, what we can do to quiet the storm and find inner calm. So grab your headphones, take a deep breath, and get ready to learn how to silence the mental chatter and unlock a more peaceful and enlightened you. Well, the mind can get incredibly noisy at times, but it can also get totally silent. You can't know when this happens, just as you can't know when a baby decides to cry or wail. Imagine the mind as the weather. Sometimes it's calm and sunny, but storms are inevitable, which we know. Just as we can't control the weather, we can't directly silence the mind. The rule of life cannot be contradicted. This particular rule of life can never be contradicted. It's been found that the average person has conservatively alarming 60,000 thoughts per day. 60,000 thoughts, with many occurring unconsciously. No human being has ever succeeded in stopping the mind from being noisy, because our mind is not totally in our total control, just like the heartbeat is not in our control. Let go of attempting to want to silence your mind. If not, you go buy markets where you don't plan for, as we say in my country. It is a fruitless exercise. Trust me. Okay, can you stop the artery from pumping blood? Yes, answer. The truth is that you can't. Just as it's impossible for you to ensure that a baby never cries, it's also never possible to ensure that the mind does not become noisy. So, what can you do? What is possible is that your mind can become silent for hours, maybe days, and suddenly become very noisy for a whole morning or night. Little wonder, even minds calmed by meditation suddenly become noisy. The question here is not how to stop our minds from being noisy, as that is not possible. Mission impossible. The question rather should be how to be free of identifying with its noise. That should be the germane question. The answer is allowing. Allowing, and I repeat, allowing the mind is the best way to silence the mind. Anything you allow fully loses its power, grip over you, and ebbs away its influence over you. As long as you resist strongly, you will be stuck with it. When the mind gets noisy, allow it. Allow the noise. Free it to be as noisy as it wants to be. Suppressing unwanted thoughts stressing their neural connections, making them more likely to appear or to reappear. Your mind can suddenly come up with negative stories, judgments, fearful projections, scary images, doom-based thoughts, and all sorts. When this happens, you may try to resist or shut it up, only to find out that resisting the noise only makes the things worse as it becomes even more noisy. one of the laws of the mind is that what you resist will persist. Bear this in mind always. The best thing to do when the mind becomes noisy is to be totally open to it. Allow its noise to blare out in full volume until it gets exhausted and becomes silent on its own. Imagine yourself standing on a crowded street. You can observe the noise and movement without being swept away by the crowd. Studies have found that unwanted thoughts typically last less than a minute if you don't engage with it. And don't also try to force positive thinking when the mind turns on a strong momentum of negative thinking. You will end up feeling miserable about not being able to control your mind. It sounds funny. It's a paradox. Freedom arises. Freedom, you get free. Freedom arises from the mind. Freedom from the mind arises when you realize that your mind has no control over you. Actually, your mind can get as noisy as it wants to be. Without your interest or attention to it, it cannot sustain its noise. Your attention acts as fuel to the mind. Your attention emboldens the mind. The attention makes the mind feel you are doing something. The mind wants action, and your attention is that action. So whenever you react or resist to the mind feels that something is being done about its noise. It gives you more, or it pumps more momentum of noise to you. It acts as fuel. It emboldens it to attack you. Remember this. Your mind, the mind cannot sustain its noise for more than 5 minutes without your interest. Don't ever identify with it. Paying attention to the noisiness of your mind or trying to stop the negative thoughts that are arising is like adding fuel to fire. It is only when you feed the noise of the mind with your interest or attention that it will linger longer. When the mind gets noisy, it's usually playing out some repetitive thoughts of anxiety, grief, resentment. Becoming conscious of this noise will give you the power of choice. Remember, you have the power of choice. Either to stay as a space of awareness or allow the noise to fade away in momentum. Even the most intense mind noise cannot last more than 30 minutes at a stretch if you don't feed it with attention. Your attention feeds it. Think of your mind as a computer program generating thoughts. You are the user, not the program itself. You can choose not to engage with the noise. Observe your thoughts like watching clouds drift by in the sky. That's a good analogy. Yes, that's a good analogy. You observe your thoughts like clouds are drifting in this blue sky. The sky is permanent, but the cloud, it's moving, coming and going, but nothing changes the sky. You don't try to control them. Just acknowledge their presence without getting caught in the rain they might bring. Just say deeply to yourself, I don't care what arises. The thoughts, they hear it. I don't care. Your mind listens to this kind of thoughts, self-mantras. I don't care what arises. Thoughts are generally very fearful. They don't like to be observed, like I stated earlier. So once you say this, they know that they cannot weigh you down. They know that their momentum cannot grip you. They tend to dissolve. If you do this repeatedly, that shows you are bringing a distance between what is you, the real you, and the things playing in your awareness, the things playing around you, the things you can watch. You are observing them. You are observing presence. You are the witness. The witness is not part of what is happening. A witness is not part of the scene. A witness is something that observes, that witnesses. So you are that witness. You witness the thoughts. The thoughts are playing. They are just part of you. They are not who you are. If you have a chair now, that chair is yours. The chair belongs to you. But if you say that this chair is me, We book appointment for you with a psychiatrist. Don't be afraid of the mind's noise. That is the compendium of it. Don't fear, you're fine. A mind with past negative momentum can suddenly get intensely noisy and surprise you by its intensity. The mind is very erratic and unpredictable, but if you are aware of it, it can't get you unawares. Most people get scared of their mind's noise and cringe away from it or try to escape it through some means of addiction. Some take booze, alcohol, some take drugs, medication. Some engage in different types of practices to curb the mind. But if you stay steady in your awareness, you will notice that the mind is just a machine, radio station that is blaring out noisy thoughts of fear, and that you have a choice not to believe its fears and stay unidentified with it. The operative thing here is choice to go with the mind or not. Remember, choice to go with the mind or not. Mind's intelligence is purely mechanical. The reason you fear the mind is because you feel someone is talking to you. There is nothing supernatural. There's nothing supernatural or spiritual about thoughts. But in truth, it's only the output of neural networks of your brain to certain interpretations and projections that it has conjured based on certain memories being triggered. Certain memories and neurons being triggered is just a machine, a neural network, a computer which is running on its autopilot. You have the choice. The operative word there is choice. You have a choice to simply allow the noise to fade away without totally being identified with it. All the solutions you need will come to you effortlessly if you stay in a continuous state of relaxed allowing. This is a highly intelligent state to be. This is one of the ways to live life inside life. All right, everyone. That's all we have time for today on achieving freedom from the mind. Remember, the key is to be kind to yourself. Observe your thoughts without judgment and make conscious choice to allow the noise to fade away. If you found this video helpful, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more awesome content on how to live life inside life. And more importantly, let us know how our series resonates with you. Until next time, take care, and I wish you peace that surpasses all understanding. Bye.